folks, welcome back. It's Josh with the Financial Advisor Car Guy. This week I've got big news for you. I am on my way to buy a car. What we have done is found a first car for my daughter. And what it's going to be is a little bit of a project for me and her to work on together while she waits and ages up to get her learner's permit and ultimately her driver's license. And so, if you remember a few weeks back, I discussed movie cars and how I am a big fan of movie cars. Well, so is she. And her favorite movie franchise is Fast and Furious. So some of you are going to laugh, right? Because what's a 14 or 15-year-old girl doing watching Fast and Furious? It's her favorite. She loves it. She loves the cars. She loves the sounds. She loves the music. She loves everything about those movies. And again, being a fan of movie cars, she has always wanted more than just a Challenger. That's been her dream car. She's always wanted a second-gen Eclipse. Think back to the very first Fast and Furious. Paul Walker drives a lime green 1999 Eclipse GSX or whatever year and make it is, but that's not what we bought. We did buy a 1999, or we are buying a 1999, but it is a GS, so it's not the base model, but it's not the all-wheel drive fancy model either. So, based on those 99, actually the 95 to 99 Eclipse cars, there's 4 different models to choose from. There's the RS, which is the absolute bottom of the barrel base model. Then you move up to the GS, then the GST, and the GSX. So the car that we're looking at is a GS. It does have an aftermarket turbo system on it, which, I won't say it's a GST at that point, but it is more or less a GST. It's got the same engine as a GST, sans turbo from the factory. The GSX is also a turbocharged engine, but adds all-wheel drive, hence the X. So that is honestly what we've been looking at. I've been looking at GSXs for a couple of months, several months really. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have my own project and consider getting one for myself. The more I started looking at them, the more my daughter saw me looking at them and decided that's what she had to have. And they can be had anywhere from, good running and driving cars, anywhere from, I'll call it $3,500 to, I don't know, 10 or 12 grand, depending on miles. Again, model GSXs sell for a ton more money. Options, color, the whole 9 yards. And I had been looking very, very closely at a black GSX that was about 2 hours away from us. I had dealt with the guy enough to have brought the asking price down. He was asking about $8 grand. Basically he would have let me have it for about $6,500. It was a very high option car. It had every bell and whistle possible. It had leather, had, everything. Cruise control once upon a time was an option. It had power windows, power everything. I never did make the drive over to go look at it. Had I probably would have brought it home. But he was being a little bit weird about his asking price. And so finally, ultimately, I asked him for the VIN number and he provided it. I Googled the VIN and found that it has a salvage title. And actually, it wasn't a salvage title, it was a rebuilt title. I couldn't figure out why. It was an out-of-state title. And it had an old faded paint job. Nothing had been painted. And I knew that from looking at the picture, but it looked like it had never been painted. And I couldn't find anywhere at all where it said it had been wrecked or damaged or anything. So I thought maybe it was a theft recovery or something like that. But the whole point was I found that the car sold for auction literally 18 months ago for $2,900. So I'm all for making a buck. I get it. I'm not, faulting the guy for it, but he wanted clean title money for a rebuilt titled car. especially an out-of-state retitled car with a weird history. I couldn't find more on it. So I would have had to, bring the car, basically go to the DMV and bring it to an Oregon license. It needs an Oregon plate, and deal with the cost and hassle of all that. And then on top of that, still have a reconstructed car. So I was able to kind of talk her off the ledge on that car, talk myself out of that car. But in the meantime, a couple others had popped up that we were looking at, one being this GS that I'm on my way to go look at. And so, truth be told, I've already gone to look at this car. I like it. It drives nice. It shifts smooth. It is a 24-year-old car now, being that it's 2023, and the car is a 1999. So it drives like a 24-year-old car. It doesn't feel new. One thing I have a terrible pet peeve about: rattles. I hate when my car rattles. I've had lots of cars that have, when I bought them, they've rattled, and I have just about pulled my hair out trying to figure out how to get all those rattles out. I hate it. And so this car has a rattle or two. That'll be project number one. This car has a ton of extras. So I talked about movie car status. This car has the body kit from Paul Walker's lime green Eclipse in Fast and Furious. Now, only the front bumper is on the car, and only the front bumper is painted. Oh, we're not going to make this into a movie car. Emma has her own ideas about what she wants to do to it. She's going to take some styling cues from the movie, especially since this one has the body kit already, right? She's going to do a lot of the same stuff, and maybe do some graphics or some vinyl wrap type of accessories to it, but she's not going to paint it lime green. This car is purple, so it already has a pretty wild color on it, and I think that was one of the things that attracted her to it. Is purple is her high school color. Purple is a bit of a feminine color, so there's not going to be any doubt that it's a girl's car, right? So I think those were things that made her excited about the car, but more so than that, again, it already had the body kit that she wanted, which we'd priced out at $800. This car has a relatively new paint job. Now, if she had bought this black one over in the valley a couple hours away, it needed paint, or it needed to be wrapped. So we're talking, a few $100s if I wrap it myself, to, a couple $1,000s if I were to do a professional wrap. Anywhere in between there is what it would cost. So, we're saving a bunch of money by buying a car that doesn't really need to be repainted. What does need to happen is, and I have the color code handy, I need to order paint and paint the side skirts and the rear bumper and then install those. But that's not bad. I already searched. I can buy the paint for about $100. I have the equipment. I can do it. Not a big deal. So that's not a deal breaker. What else? It does include some aftermarket parts. It's already been professionally turbocharged. It's already been professionally lowered. It does have, let me think about this for a moment. It does have an aftermarket CD player in it, which we'll probably swap out for some good double din touchscreen upgrade. She does want to have a little bit of a sound system, so we'll probably upgrade the speakers. She wants underglow, so we're gonna buy an underglow kit. Those kind of things. The interior is dirty. I would say that was my one complaint about this car, is it looks like it's been pretty well maintained and kept, but the interior is filthy. And so first step is removing all the seats and deep cleaning that thing. I'm going to shampoo the carpets. I'm going to shampoo the seats themselves. I'm going to do everything I can to get the interior spick and span. But Emma wants to buy racing bucket seats, and this car has tan interior. So racing seats come in a vast array of styles, brands, really even colors. And beige or tan aren't necessarily the easiest ones to find. So I did find some. They're very nice. They look pretty expensive, and they're not. They're under $400 for a pair. So we might actually go ahead and order that. And then the factory seats are in excellent shape. They don't have any tears or rips. They are cloth. and filthy. So if I can clean them and get them in better looking condition, I'm not saying I can get $400 for them, but I could recoup some money. So that's cool. You know, there's little things here and there. She'd like a different spoiler. It's got the factory low Eclipse spoiler that is great from a stock standpoint, but she really likes an aluminum wing. So we'll see if we go that route. My wife is kind of pushing the brakes on that one. She's not sure that everybody will like Emma's style. And so showing up to school in a car like that draws attention, and I don't know. I think the body kit screams loud enough as it is that the spoiler would just get overlooked either way. I'm kind of in the camp of, if Emma wants the taller spoiler, I'm comfortable with that. I'm already going to be buying the paint to do the back bumper and the side skirts. So if I need to fill a couple of body holes or plugs or anything from the stock spoiler, that'd be the time to do it. Otherwise, it is a fairly low optioned car. It's got power, nothing. It's got manual seats. It's got manual crank windows, no cruise control, no air conditioning, which, you know, if you were a true street racer, you're probably down with that because it's lightweight. The car weighs nothing. It moves pretty well. Again, it shifts right through all 5 gears exceptionally well. Not once did I stall it. Not once did I grind through any gears. Everything shifts great. And it was bought and maintained. The original owner worked for an auto body paint shop as well as a mechanic. The mechanic was his dad. And this car has stayed in the family or in an immediate friend of the family since brand new. So I feel pretty confident. The guy I bought it from was the brother of the original owner of the car. He just recently received it back in a trade. Didn't need the car, didn't want the car, didn't have a real use for the car. It would have been extra. So he decided to sell it. Now, we're going to get into the dollars of the car in maybe the next episode. I just wanted to kind of lay it out there for you and tell you that this car is coming. I'm almost there, so I'm going to wrap this up. But truth is, I'm excited about it. It brings another project into the garage, more content for the future. I'm going to do a quick walk around video and all that stuff here coming soon. I might do a YouTube short, so stay in tune for that. But otherwise, yeah, watch next week, and we'll do more of an unveiling, and I'll do kind of a walk around video. Forgive me if I'm wearing the same clothes. I'll probably do that video later today, but I'll save it a week. So thanks for watching. If you guys have questions or concerns or anything, comment down below, shoot me an email, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, Facebook. Don't forget to like and subscribe here. Stay tuned, more to come. But most importantly, remember, may every investment you make be a good one. Till next time.